What's up? What's up, Josh? What's up, Mike? My God, it's Cirrus time. All right. First order of business, marketplace update, of course. Hey, Remedy, what's up? All right, let's take a look at what's new in the marketplace. I posted this in the Discord, but I had an update available for the M500, aka the FSR or FS Reborn 500. And it now shows an Xbox icon right here. I don't know if it was showing this before today, before the marketplace update today, but it's showing it now. So I'm hoping that means that it's available on Xbox for everybody now. So if you want a turboprop, if you have Navigraph or want to use Navigraph, or if you have and use SimBrief as an Xbox enjoyer, you'll probably want this plane, because this is the first plane that will let you use SimBrief import and Navigraph in the plane. And it's awesome, so yeah, I've been flying this quite a bit. Do I have the 737 updates? I don't know what that is, but I pretty much don't fly airliners, so I wouldn't know anything about the 737 stuff. Patcha says I opted into the beta to get the Cirrus. It was so sensitive. Can you share your sensitivity settings? Sure, yeah. I mean, my settings are... I'm using a new stick as well, so my settings are... My stick is new to me, but I just put the settings at minus 50% for all the axes so far. So I have this kind of curve going on, so it's way less sensitive when I first start moving it. I may even make it lower because I want it to be very... be able to make very tiny corrections. But these are where mine are at right now. This 75% one over here, this is a thumb analog stick I have, like an Xbox controller. I don't even really use it yet, but yeah, I'll see what it feels like. All right, let's take a look at the rest of the marketplace, see if there's anything fun to get, and then I'm gonna do a flight or two with the SR22. We'll see how it is. Waiting to see with your settings how you feel. Yeah, I haven't done too many flights. I've just had this stick, like, I think, has it been a week yet? It may be 1 week ago I got the new stick, so I'll see how it feels. All right, new releases. So besides the FSR 500 apparently being on Xbox now, let's see what else we got. A bunch of liveries. I buy these, actually. I buy these from time to time just in case other players are flying these planes, like, because some of them are really cheap. Like this CJ4 pack is $1.99, and it's 2 packs of liveries that are normally $5 each. So sometimes I just grab these just in case somebody else in multiplayer is using them. These look pretty cool. Oh, there's a Delta one, an Emirates CJ4. Yeah, a bunch of liveries in here, and then what else we got? King Air Super Pack Bundle for $2. This is by the same developer, I guess, 2 Pilot. They're just pumping out all these liveries. Oh, that faded one's kind of cool. I normally don't like the gradients, but this one's kind of cool. Like, some of the gradient liveries with the M500 are kind of ridiculous. They're pretty ugly. The like bright blue, bluish green ones. These all look pretty good to me. And this one's cool. Got like a camouflage look to it. Some of you guys fly the King Air, so I'm just gonna grab these right now because it's a couple dollars, just in case in the future anybody uses these. $1.99. Oh, the Wind Wing. I've heard about Wind Wing, but I've never used them myself. Oh, they have panels too. I'm just looking at their website right now. How much are these? Oh, okay. These look like $235 for the throttle combo. The Orion 2 is... Oh, it's a dead link, I guess. Item does not exist. Okay. $500. Okay, so this is kind of on par. It seems like they're kind of on par with maybe the VKB stuff. All right, grabbing these liveries. What's up, Michael? As soon as my rig is back up, I'll join on a flight with you guys. Oh, yeah. Sounds good, man. What happened to your rig? I'm also on the beta right now, so if you guys are not on the beta, we won't see each other if you fly along wherever I happen to fly today just to try out the SR22. But the beta will be live for everybody next Thursday on the 5th. So 7 more days. But with the new Cirrus coming out, it's giving people more reasons to jump on the beta, I think. All right, that's downloading. I'll start this one as well in the background. $2 for... I don't even know how many liveries there are. 30 liveries. You guys fly the King Air quite a bit too, so I'm going to grab these in case anybody grabs these in the future. They want to look super cool. I'll be able to see them. Got quite a few liveries for the 199 during the Black Friday sale. Yeah, whenever I see them on sale for like $1 or $2, especially this kind of pack, it's 30 different liveries. Yeah, I just tend to grab them. I don't know the difference between this. Oh, this is a bundle that has this pack in it, maybe? I have no idea. Oh, there's another King Air liveries pack for $2. How many are in this? 15 liveries. There's so many. Oh, formatting a hard drive, reinstalling everything from scratch. Hey, it's not a bad idea. It takes a long time, but I mean, I basically did that a few weeks back when I updated my system. Got a whole new motherboard and everything. I think I have some of these already, right? This one right here. This was in one of the other packs. Oh, this is one of the packs in the bundle. That's why. I think it's in this bundle. All right. Then we got some 767 liveries, ATR liveries. I would get this Islander livery pack if it was $1 or $2, but not $10. Just because I don't fly it. I'm mainly grabbing these so if people fly them and use these that I can see them. Cape Cod Airports by Stealthy Duck. What? Is this a bunch of... Is this just several airports? It's actually frozen right now because it's installing one of the livery packs probably. We got Winnipeg International by F-Sim Studios. Dual Crane Ship by Skyline Simulations. Oh, can you land on the oil platform? Animation of crane and platform and the waves movement, I guess. 2 platforms on the North Sea and Caribbean Sea. So there's 2 different airport codes added. So you can fly to and land on these oil rig like platforms, I guess. Yeah, in a helicopter, I presume. That's cool. I do not fly helicopters, so I'm not gonna get this, but that's pretty neat. This reminds me of like the aircraft carrier pack you can download. I forget who makes that one. Is it LVFR maybe? All right, then we got some... These are like mission type packs, I think. These Explore packs. Global landings. It's probably a similar thing. Some municipal airports. Palo Alto. Lag Himalayas? I do not know what this is. Oh, low altitude gliding. Lag. Included tracks? Oh, does it show you like where to fly or something? It's like a guided glider pathway or a glider route that you fly. wonder if they're actually including any new, like, okay, they're just 9 tracks. So you're paying for, it looks like you're just paying for some routes, some flight plans, basically. I could be wrong. That's what it looks like. Am I gonna get the Hindenburg? Are you? I can't tell if you're joking or not. Sure. I mean, if it, I don't know. As long as it's not like $40, I would fly that around. If there's an Orbex pack, hey Enon, what's up? No joke. They're actually, somebody's making the Hindenburg. There's an Orbex packs with tons of oil rigs all over the North Sea. Oh yeah, I did get the North Sea one. It has like mission packs. And actually, I happen to have On Air open. And in On Air Company, I discovered that pack because of this right here, this offshore button. This offshore button is for use with that North Sea scenery pack thing. So it like has missions for all of those spots to land, like the helicopter landing pads and stuff. Yeah, I didn't know either when I was just like exploring On Air one day and noticed this button. I was like, what is offshore? And then I think, yeah, it's right here. It links you to the Aerosoft Offshore Landmarks North Sea add-on. I remember I grabbed it and did a stream. One of the streams, I was playing around with that. I'm just so bad with, so bad with helicopters. Another airport here, and then this is different. Real Effects A320 Neo effects. Dude, whoa. Is that an actual screenshot? I have a bunch of the South Oak Co. stuff. I think I have like some of their... I have their birds stuff, I think, where they have bird add-ons. Have you ever seen when I see birds near the runways? It says this is for the default and the fly-by-wire A320 Neo. Works with most liveries. Introducing Real Effects. Engine intake vortices. St. Elmo's fire. Engine brake vortices. Wing condensation. Engine intake condensation. So a bunch of vortices. Extend flaps and see aerodynamic magic as trailing vortices swirl and dissipate in your wake when approaching to land. Engine jet blast for rain and snow. Your exhaust becomes a spectacle. Real Effects delivers jet blast effects that interact with rain and snow. This sounds awesome. Smoke for overheated brakes. Engine fires. Experience the intensity of engine fires in your cockpit. Oh my god, that sounds terrifying. Up until the engine fires, this sounded cool, and now it just sounds terrifying. Engine and APU startup smoke. Embrace the sight and smell, simulated smell of jet fuel. Combusting into engine power as the engine and APU startup as of real life. That's pretty awesome. 3-dimensional landing lights, so improved lights. High-powered landing lights as you fly through clouds. Contrails that display the spiraling air mass and wake turbulence, vortices drifting in the wake. I think I have to get... Whoa! Dude, these look so cool. I don't know how realistic these look, because I don't fly an Airbus, but... I'm not sure what this is showing. Oh, is it showing this part right here? After landing? Like the jet blast kicking rain up or something? This looks really nice, though. Huh. I'm gonna get this. I think I'm gonna get this and just go sit at an airport and watch, turn on real traffic and see if we can see these effects. This sounds awesome. And I don't think they've, I don't think South Oak Co., that developer, has ever made this before. I think this is like a first of its kind of thing. Yeah, this is showing kind of like, you can kind of see the water kicking up behind it right here. It's pretty subtle in the screenshot. Yeah, I'll load in at LAX or something like that. And we'll change the, you know, the temperature, we'll change the time of day, we'll change the weather conditions and just watch the AI traffic take off. And see what we see with, because most of them will default to an Airbus anyway. Oh, and there's like some kind of, I don't even know what that is behind the engine. Is that an engine fire or something? Yeah, engine fire. Intensity of engine fires. I think that's simulating an engine fire. There's like dark smoke behind it. All right, this is cool. All right, we'll check this out. And then we've got Turkish bridges. The SU57M. Wait, did I miss anything? Doesn't look like it. SU57M. I don't know, military jet. I know nothing about these. Upgraded variant of the base SU57. Alright, well, not for me. And then we have the liveries that I bought already. Alright, interesting. I'm going to look up South Oak because I'm not sure if they've ever released this effects thing before. And show all. So I have a bunch of their stuff. Yeah, I have the FS birds for like all of the regions. Yep, I have emergency lights as well, which puts like, you know, the red and blues lights randomly throughout the area you're flying in. I never fly at night, but I did a couple times to check them out. It was kind of cool. Just adds a little more immersion, I guess. Traffic Insight, I bought one of them. It has like hot air balloons and drones and stuff like that, but I didn't real. You can collide with it, so I turned it off because I didn't want it ruining my flights. Yeah, a bunch more Traffic Insight regions. A lot of scenery stuff. Yeah, looks like they've been doing a lot of scenery recently, and then there's more birds in different areas. I would, you know, I fly mostly in the US, but I would love to pick up all of these other birds ones. They cover different regions, and each region has birds specific to that area of the world. So it's not just like a money grab. There are different birds in each region. There's just a ton of them, and they're all $7 each. I didn't even realize they've been adding this many. British Isles, Australia, East and West. There's so many. And then more emergency lights, so different areas of the world, different emergency light styles or something. Okay, so this does look like a kind of first of its kind. And I'm guessing, yeah, this is something that's happening because as the sim gets updates, they open more and more things up with the SDK to devs. So now they're doing these effects. Oh, it's cool. We'll go check it out. I'll go check it out first, and then we'll jump into the Cirrus. All right, so I'm just going to hop into LAX. I just want to see these things. See these effects in action. Okay, I'm going to turn on live traffic and players. Just park over here. And we'll just watch some of these planes take off and see if we see any of these effects. I might have to change the weather settings a bunch. It says it's for the default Asobo A320 and the fly-by-wire A320. It says it applies to both of them. What's up, Justice? Is the SR22 update only for the deluxe editions, or can anyone? I assume that it's still only available for... It's part of Premium Deluxe. I don't think they've made it free. And I'm also not sure if you get access to it in the beta or not. I think it still checks what edition of the sim you have. So I'm pretty sure you still need Deluxe Premium or Premium Deluxe. I'm just guessing though. I own Premium Deluxe, so I can't like test it out myself or anything like that to see if that's true. But I think they would have announced if they made it like free for everybody, and I didn't see them do that. All right, I'm just gonna hop in the drone camera, and I have the. I gotta let this airport load in. This custom. I don't know if this is any builds or what, but it always just takes so long to load in LAX. That's reasonable though. And I don't have FSLTL installed yet, so we're not going to be getting the accurate liveries for all these planes. Let me check to make sure I don't have generic models on. Generic models are both off, and traffic variety is ultra. Alright, well, let's see if we see anything here. I might need to make it darker to notice some of them, or change the weather, but... There's also an Alaska coming in on What is the left runway here? 25 left. Not seeing anything quite yet. I don't know if we'll see anything on takeoff. Like we might need some precipitation or something. And it might not even apply to other planes. Like maybe it's only visible for your plane. That could be a possibility too. What is going on out there? What the heck? What's going on with the water? This is a new one. Yeah, I wonder if these effects are only... I'll watch a couple more planes, but I wonder if... yeah, high humidity. Okay, let me change that and we'll watch. I hope it applies to all the planes, because that would be... not as worth it if you only see it on your own plane. All right, we'll try rain. I need to turn the precipitation up here. It's weird, every time I change the weather, it takes all the planes away. I always forget how to make it actually rain. Do I have to choose storm? Maybe I have to choose storm. Where's all the rain? This is a storm? We've got lightning, we've got no rain. Well, the ground is wet. Where's the actual rain? Yeah, the lightning frequency is a little much. Oh, what's up, Zanzar? Zanzar says the effects only work on the A320 and only on yours. But I'm never gonna fly the A320. Oh, man. Yeah, I was hoping it would show on other traffic. Yeah, it seems like it's not. Yeah. That makes sense. I was hoping that wasn't the case, though. All right, I guess I'm gonna have to load into A320 real quick. I don't think I have the fly-by-wire one. I'll just load in right on the runway and just take off, and we'll see if we see anything. Hey, Felix. It is Sim Update 14, yeah. I'm on the beta. I didn't know, did they make lightning improvements? I mean, that looks different than I've seen in the past. I'm not very often in a storm, but... Alright, I know it's gross to use the default A320, but I'm gonna go for it. Maximus Cargo. I was flying the Airbus a little bit a few weeks back, but haven't been flying it recently. It probably said it in the description too, like that I didn't read enough. Probably said that it only shows for your plane. I mean, the effects look awesome though.
Los Angeles Tower, Maximus 01 ready for
Maximus.
departure at runway 25 right.
All right, let me just raise the cloud level a little if I can. I don't understand, what does the water disappear before it hits the ground when you raise the clouds? It's almost like you have to have the clouds like near ground level for it to actually render the rain. It's kind of weird, right? Oh, I think I just saw something, like some of the vortices off the wing.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Overspeeding. Am I in the climb detent? Alright, I'm in climb now.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Maybe this isn't going to be easy to see. We'll see when we break through the clouds what happens.
Maximus 01, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
I thought I saw a little bit of something happen when we were on the takeoff roll. Like, I thought I saw like a little tiny blip of like the vortices off the wing. Pull up hard, okay.
Maximus 01, did you copy?
We're at like 25 degrees pitch up. Does it look like a Cirrus? Delta, you're gonna love this. In the marketplace, there is a new release that's $8. That is A320 effects. So it's got wind vortices, engine fires, like what were some of the other ones? It'll like kick up rain and snow behind, like due to jet blast. I'm trying to see some of these effects because I installed it, but it supposedly works on the default A320 and the fly-by-wire. Though I guess nowadays you're flying the Phoenix, huh? But it says it's compatible with a fly-by-wire A320.
Did you copy?
So I'm trying to see if we can see it. Maybe when we go through this cloud layer, we'll see some of them. But the screenshots looked awesome. Probably just maybe not in the right conditions to actually see it in effect.
Clear to land runway 25 right. Clear to land runway 25 right, generic 192. Los Angeles Tower.
And it has like updated contrails too. It actually looked really good in the screenshot.
AVX 2030, altimeter 29.902, wind 258 at 10. Traffic is generic on final. Cleared for takeoff runway 25 right. Cleared for takeoff runway 25 right, AVX 2030.
Yeah, it could just be I'm not in like the right conditions or something. I think I put the humidity up, right? I'm trying to put the humidity as high as it'll go. See if we see any wing effects here. What are we flying? I'm gonna get to the Cirrus right after this. I'm just trying out there's something in the marketplace that adds a bunch of like wind vortice effects and new contrails and jet blast effects to the default A320 and the fly-by-wire A320. So I was trying to see it, but it is it's probably going to be pretty challenging to get it to happen without doing like a full flight. Anyway, all right, let's move on. I'll have to try that another time. This is supposed to be about the Cirrus, so let's go do that. All right, so while it's loading back at the world map, let me put on the Cirrus. So I don't know what generation Cirrus we had in the sim before this update, but this is the 6th gen SR22 Turbo, SR22T. I use livery 1, which I think has the flowers on it. And then if I go take a look at the release notes here. So this is the note about it. The working title team posted more on their Discord, but right here it just says in this update that came out yesterday for the beta, added a completely new Cirrus SR22T G6 model with custom engine simulation, book accurate performance, and extensive Perspective Plus NXI features. So the Perspective Plus is like a variation on the G1000 NXI that is specifically made for Cirrus aircraft. So we'll see a bunch of differences between the stock NXI and the one that's in the SR22. Delta says I went almost a week with everything turned on, no crashes. Then this morning I went outside view during a flight, looked around, and boom, CTD. Dude, it's such a pain. I'm glad I switched to the beta because this is, yeah, this has been pretty nice not worrying about crashes. I haven't had a single one, so that's been pretty good. But hey, 7 more days, everybody will have the beta if they don't want to opt in now. Where should we go, Mojave? I'm just picking something nearby. Let's just load in at the Mojave Desert. Let's go to live weather. And we'll check this thing out. Hey Steve, what's up? Wait, the piano, what's the piano playing? I forget the what piano playing. I forget the reference. All right, so this is yeah, this is a totally new model. I think the exterior is pretty much the same, but on the inside, the the whole cockpit panel is totally different. I'm not sure if anything changed with the external model of this. It's been, I don't really know it very intimately, so I'm not certain. Like if the prop is different or what. The body looks the same to me. There are probably not many major differences between the you know, the different generations of the SR22 on the outside anyway. Alright, but on the inside, this is quite different, especially this down here. Like, all of these are new, like these blue number buttons. This whole area down here, I think, is very different than it used to be. And all these buttons, for the most part, are functional. I can click on all of these. You can click on the entire keypad. This actually might be nice. I don't know what it's like on Xbox trying to type or put in a plan or anything like that, a flight plan. I don't know if this makes it easier or more difficult. I don't even know. Can you use keyboard mode? I don't even know if you can use keyboard mode on the G1000 NXI on an Xbox and how that would work. Like maybe it pops up a little software keyboard or something. All right, then we got our autopilot down here and then our comm panel. And then the oxygen switch is not usable, nor are the fuses or the circuit breakers. The fuses, can't pop any of those. Standby instruments down here, parking brake, ELT. Then we got flaps, mixture, and power. We have just a left and right selector for our fuel tanks on this, and then we have our fuel pump boost there. Wait, could we open this before? Oh, I didn't know if this could be opened before. But there's a little Hobbs meter in there. And it's just got your microphone plugs and stuff. Pilot, co-pilot, and I assume, yeah, passengers, I guess. USB plugs. Cool. Any different engine-wise? It is turbocharged, yeah. I did write down the specs for it. So this one is, I don't know what the other version was, but this one says it's 315 horsepower. And the maximum cruise is 213 knots. And ceiling is 25,000 feet. So I don't know how much more performance it has, but it has the T on the end. It's SR22T for turbocharge, I assume. It's the G6 model, is what the working title team said. I think that's what the release notes say as well. And I know it has checklists built in, I'm pretty sure. Nice. They added this section at the beginning. The first checklist is called normal operation airspeeds. That's pretty nice. So at takeoff, normal flaps are 50%. Best rate of climb 103. There's more text here. Okay, best rate of climb at sea level at 10,000 feet. It's a 1 knot difference. Best angle. So you have your VY speeds, your VX speeds, and then normal, full power, full rich climb 120 knots. So it's kind of your toga power. Landing approach, flaps full 80 to 85 knots. Max demonstrated crosswind 21 knots for takeoff or landing. And then anti-ice. I think part of this, I think they said it on the working title Discord, was FIKI or flight into known icing. It is FIKI capable or tested, so you are, I guess, you're allowed to fly into known icing in this plane because it has the proper anti-icing. And what is it called? TKS, I think. It's like an anti-ice solution that goes around the plane, the body of the plane and the wings and stuff to prevent ice from accumulating. I'm pretty sure they said that's simulated too. I don't know if we actually see the wings get like all like the wings get all covered in the whatever fluid. Anyway, that was in the working title notes on their Discord. All right, pre-flight inspection. Let's go to before starting engine. Weight and balance, emergency equipment, passengers. Caps I assume that the caps pin is not simulated or anything. Maybe in, wasn't there a demo of Flight Sim 2024 with a balloon inflating or something like that? I wonder if in the future that'll give us, like, parachutes and, like, allow the cap system to be, active in this. Where is the caps pin? Oh, is it under this cover or something? They did redo the interior because the caps pin was usually like right up here. I think you could just see it right up in this area. And now I don't know where it is. Maybe it's like under this. I have no idea. That looks like a light, a speaker. Guess maybe the caps pin is just gone. Yeah, it says this cover, right? Oh yeah, remove this cover. Okay, so there's a cover here that you remove to access the caps pin. So that's clever. They just kept the cover on. So they're like, all right, no need to model the caps pin. It wouldn't be usable anyway, I don't think, so it's fine. All right, external power, if applicable. I don't know if you can use external power in this in any way. I don't think there's like a secret button anywhere where you can connect a GPU. Hold the brakes. Let's just see how this works with the checklist
Brakes.
here. I am holding the brakes. Oh, okay. That's not supported.
Batmaster switches.
All right, battery
On.
1 and 2 on.
Strobe lights. On.
All right, my switch works for
Mixture.
that.
Full rich. Power lever. Full forward.
And we're going to boost.
Fuel pump. Boost. Propeller area.
Okay, props clear.
Clear. Power lever.
All right, 1/4 inch.
Open a 1/4 inch. Ignition switch. Start. Mixture. Adjust. Power lever. Retard. Oil pressure.
All right, oil pressure check within operating limits. So pressure's right here. Temperature, we have fuel flow. And RPMs are at 965 right now. Okay. So this is, I think this is unique to this plane with the, we see actually the different cylinders down here. And I know that there's a lean assist that we can get to as well.
Check. Alt master switches. On. Avionics power switch.
All right, this will get the second
On.
one on here.
Engine
Get our
parameters.
MFD on. Monitor engine parameters. Okay. So I think, yeah, we go straight to checklist here. So external, if applicable, disconnect. So we don't have that. And then there's a cold weather start checklist, hot weather operations, air conditioning as required. I don't know if any of that is... Wait, where is the air conditioning control panel? This right here. Nice. Let's see if we can hear this. Not really. I don't think I can notice it. All right, extended ground operation. Keep throttle at 1200 RPMs. All right, then we have before taxiing. All right, so let's go ahead and use the in cockpit checklist then, and the Perspective Plus. I'm just gonna call it the NXI. Just call it the G1000. All right, I'll just set our altimeter. All right, so we have soft keys down here at the bottom to get through the checklist. You know, there's like all these buttons down here. I think some of these control the checklist as well. I think it's generally this FMS knob. Yeah, this will move the selected checklist item. I'm guessing we might be able to use enter or something, but right here, there's just a check soft key down here in the middle. It's pressurized. Yeah, it is pressurized. I don't know if we have any control over it. This oxygen button down here is just it's not implemented. So I think it's going to do, you know, a similar thing like what the M500 is doing. It's just going to auto pressurize for us. Okay, so we can just hit the check button down here. There's also these other buttons, group. So we have emergency, abnormal, normal, and then I don't even know what checklist identification means. Part identification. Oh, interesting. So it's showing Cirrus SR22T with Fiki, flight into known icing. And then it's got some like part. I wonder if this is like a version number or something for the devs. All right, so that's what the group checklist does. Gives us like the big buckets. So I guess if we had an emergency, we could hit group, get back here to the emergency procedures, and then pull up our relevant checklist, like maximum glide, something like that. That's a very short checklist. 92 knots. All right, let's go back groups and go back to normal procedures. Enter. Airspeeds, we already looked at that one. We were, let's do before starting engine. No, we did starting engine. Let's look through these real quick though. Here is starting engine. That's cool. It changes to say next item when it's actually not a checkbox. And then when it is a check, it says check. And then there's an exit button over here if you want to get out of the checklist. Oh, there's a soft key for emergency checklist as well. Nice. I wonder if it's easy to get back. Okay, looks like we have to go to group to get back to the normal checklist. All right, let's go back to starting engine. All right, so we did all this, right? We did strobe lights on, mixture full rich. So if you don't want to use the checklist up here in the menu, you just have them right here on the NXI, which is awesome. Wait, are there ashtrays? Wait, we have a cup holder. I think that's a cup holder. You're probably talking about something different. Didn't the dev team know that we rate all new planes on the snacks, and if our dog can fly? I know there's no visible co-pilot, so this is a 0 out of 10 right off the bat. I could see the dog in the external view as usual, but yeah, we want to see him inside. All right, power. We did all these already. Ignition, start. Clean the mixture, pull the power back to idle, oil pressure, and meter indication. All right, and then when we're done, it goes to the go to next checklist as we'd expect. We hit open and it just goes to the next one. So we're at before taxiing. All right, let me find a quick route here where we're at. Mojave. What is the airport code here? MHV. That makes sense. Let's see if the new model is noticed by On Air still. Search freelance jobs for the aircraft I've loaded. Let's find something like 100-ish miles to go to. Want to get to the cruise phase for sure because there is like a lean assistance you can do. Some of the videos that were posted in the working title Discord showed off like the lean assist mode. $400 miles. Let's not do that. Now these are sightseeing. These aren't good enough. I'm just gonna pick something randomly. Just go out this direction. KHND Henderson. Let's put that in the flight plan. All right, so nice. We have a home button down here. On some of the other avionics, like on the regular G1000, on like the 530 and 430, you can press and hold the clear button to get back home. But it looks like here we have like a dedicated home button down here. So if you're lost in a bunch of random menus and stuff, you can just hit home to get back to the map. Where am I? I'm at Mojave, KMHV. But I'm on the beta, so you'll only see me if you're also on the beta. And you won't have the new, if you want the new SR22, you can just get the beta and opt in on either Xbox or PC, download it, and then you'll have the, you have to have premium though. If you don't have premium deluxe, then you don't have the plane, but if you have that, then you'll have the updated version. And then next week on Tuesday, Sim Update 14, or yeah, it's 14, right? Sim Update 14 is coming out, so then everybody will have this if they have access to the SR22. Just one more week left to the beta. All right, let's go to flight plan. This is a little weird. Like, I'm so used to clicking the buttons on the right side of the G1000. Oh, we do have it over here, but there are no buttons on the MFD on the second screen except for a nav. There's a nav swap up here, and that's it. And then we have the comm on this one. And then autopilot is all way down here. I feel like this is like convenient for real life, like this being down low near your hands, maybe. I don't know what it's like to fly in real life, but simming wise, it's really nice when all the buttons are on the side of the G1000 screens. You know, while you're interacting with them, you're seeing it change right here. You can zoom all the way in, except like doing something like this. If I need to see the autopilot enunciations and interact with the autopilot way down here, kind of a pain in the butt, but that's why we try to buy hardware to help us with those kind of things. All right, let's go to flight plan. Yeah, this is a little weird hitting it down here and it changing up here, but something to get used to. And then our FMS knob is here in the middle instead of in the bottom right corner. All right, let me put in the origin at Mojave. And then, what did I say? Henderson? Wonder if you can just start typing with a keyboard. Oh, you can actually. Oh, that's kind of cool. So without even turning the inner FMS knob to get the pop over here, where you and then enable keyboard mode, instead of all of those steps, you can just start typing down here. As soon as you highlight the line that you want to input the waypoint into, you can just start typing it down here. So I can type I think it was HND, Henderson Executive. That's actually pretty fast. That might be even faster than using the keyboard entry mode. All right, then we can hit enter twice. So we have Henderson. All right, let's see if we got any procedures here. Maybe we just have a departure procedure. We have the Glazy 1 and the Jared 5. Glazy looks like it goes to the southeast. And Jared also looks like it goes to the southeast. All right, I don't think we need to use either of those. Let's see if there's an arrival. This one's kind of from the northwest. This one's coming from the east. Yeah, this one looks pretty simple. 25 nautical miles away, so anyway, we're not necessarily going to realistically have one of these, but I just want to use one. Didn't do any route planning or anything crazy. Need something more interesting than a direct to a single waypoint. All right, so I mean, it's just taking us a little bit to the northwest of the field, and then we'll turn to get back there. But we just want to see what this looks like in cruise. Now it's warning me about the parking brake, which is on. Okay. It's got the new plane smell. Yeah, it's kind of neat. I don't have a side by side. I wonder if maybe I should look up maybe I can look one up really quick. Cockpit image for the SR22, what it looked like before. Oh, it did have some of this stuff right here. Let's see, open image. All right, here's what the old one looked like. So we have the G1000 screens with the buttons on them. We do have the switches here on the top of this with the standby instruments underneath it. So that's similar. It's not exactly the same. And then at this center panel, we do have... Yeah, we did have the autopilot down here. I don't know why it feels so different. It looks mostly the same. And then there's the keyboard. The keyboard has a little bit of a different layout. This one has like knobs along the left side of the keyboard and like a numeric keypad on the right. And then here, those knobs are all like towards the top, and it's like a full width keyboard. And the interior is just darker. It's like a darker gray look to it. The standby instruments are simplified. They're not analog instruments. We have like two G5s or something, or a G5 and our altimeter down here. Yeah, it's similar, but I think that we're gonna see most of the differences in the Perspective Plus stuff, like the lean assist and things like that. I mean, the checklists are in, which is amazing. Always awesome to have the checklist inside. And now with the new G1000, we have, with the Navigraph plugin, we have charts in here too. Go ahead and get that connected. All right, that's linked. So we can get the charts in here if we want to, just like any other G1000. So even though this has a bunch of customizations for the Perspective Plus stuff that is specific to Cirrus, it's still, obviously it still has the charts feature in there too, which is from the Navigraph plugin. So that's cool. It supports that too. I'm down here looking for like a home button, but it's down here. That's gonna throw me off for a while. All right, then we go to engine. Oh yeah, this is very new. Awesome. So we have a full screen engine status page here, screen. So we have all of our different cylinder temperatures. And there's an assist mode. I have not used this yet. Okay, so it's gonna, I guess once we're in cruise, we would use something like the assist mode to lean properly based on the hottest cylinder, I think is the way you do it. But it does have a simplified assist mode that I saw in one of the videos where up here at the top where it shows the fuel flow, it'll show a little teal line once we're in cruise that represents like a slight lean of peak setting for the mixture. So all we have to do is just move our mixture. Once our power is set, we just lean our mixture out until we get to that setting that we'll see, that little teal line. I haven't even done it myself. I've just seen the video of it. What's up, Awash? Explain the Perspective Plus features. I myself don't know all of them. I just know that there are things that are specific to the Cirrus NXi, and they call it Perspective Plus by Garmin or something like that. And the working title team have implemented a bunch of things from that. I assume this is one of them, this full screen engine status page, being specific to the SR22. So then I have anti-ice button down here. Wait, did that just change something? No, it didn't. Okay. Then on the right, we have electrical information, fuel. We have fuel calculations, fuel remaining and time remaining, range remaining. And then I guess it's giving us a target fuel flow right here for our economy setting and cruise. I assume maybe that's probably what that little teal line will represent once we're flying. We'll check it out once we're in cruise. Density, altitude, outside air temperature and stuff. Okay. Cool. I mean, it's just cool seeing a whole new screen on the NXi that we've never seen in any other plane before. All right, fuel, weight, and oh, this is new too. Adjust level with the FMS knob, inner knob, outer knob, so we can set our fuel. So after we top off, we would come in here and set our fuel here and top it off. So I'll just go and just top off our fuel up here to match. So this is like using the fuel totalizer or something like that in the other implementations of the NXi, except this has like a more graphic screen to it, I guess. Tabs. I don't know what tabs mean. Is that like the minimum amount? 14 additional gallons? Tabs. I don't know. One of you guys probably knows what that means. I do not. All right, weight and balance. Oh, whoa. Okay. We have a whole weight and balance section. So it has all of our static things like basic empty weight, zero fuel weight, takeoff weight, and current weight. And taxi fuel. Can we set the taxi fuel? Let me try to turn on the cursor. Oh, you can set your taxi fuel even. Interesting. I have not seen this in any GA plane. You can add how many hundreds of pounds you'll use for taxiing. Or how many pounds, sorry, not hundreds of pounds. Interesting. Oh, tabs is the fuel tabs inside the tanks. Oh, they're physical tabs inside the tanks, got you. All right, that's pretty cool. And then you can confirm. Oh, it just exits. Interesting. All right, weight and balance. And then we have, I assume it's just going to show what we have set here in our weight and balance for passengers and stuff like that. Oh, and it has TKS fluid. So that's the like anti-ice fluid. Yeah, and this is just changing. Oh, that did not change. Maybe if I leave and come back, it'll change. Or maybe I have to change it independently. Oh, yep. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't synchronize, so I'd have to change it like this, I guess. And then I just saw the graph here change. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm looking at. I've never used something like this before, so this is all brand new. Current fuel burn. So this is showing inches aft and loaded weight. I have a lot of studying to do. All right, I'm just gonna move on to the next thing because I'm just gonna get lost in that and embarrass myself. So let's just continue. Let's fly this thing and see how sensitive the controls are. And let me go back to the checklist. All right, so flaps up before taxiing, radios and avionics as required. Cabin heat. I don't know, it's toasty. We're good. Fuel selector, switch tank. So we just topped the fuel off, so we don't need to switch the tank right now. All right, taxiing, parking brake, disengage. Done. HSI orientation. So we're just getting situational awareness, I guess. And I think while we're taxiing, we're supposed to be checking that. We don't, I mean, we have a standby. I guess the slip skid indicator is something we can check while we're taxiing. For the gyroscopic instruments, and then turn coordinator check, attitude, and turn coordinator. I assume this means while we're taxiing, it wants us to check these things. All right, I also disconnected my rudder pedals today to force myself to use my stick. Use my twist axis on my stick. Just adding extra difficulties for no reason, pretty much. And if I seem like I'm fumbling around with my controls, it's because I am. Because of the new stick. I have all these different buttons that I never had before, so I am just still getting used to it. And to force myself to get used to it, I put my brakes on a little pull, like a little squeeze trigger I have on this stick, and I mapped my rudders to the twist axis instead. Tomorrow I'm switching from a sitting desk to a sit-stand desk, so at some point I'll be like probably flying while standing. So I'm gonna try to do it with a twist axis. See how it goes. What stick? I splurged on a Virpil. I got the only left-handed stick that they have, so I think it's called the Constellation Alpha. Where are we going here? I see hard surface over here to the right. I was using the TCA Airbus side stick for a while. Probably like 2 or 2.5 years, I think I was using that. What is this airport? What's going on here? Am I just in the middle of nowhere? No, I have no idea what's going on. Oh, I am in the middle of nowhere. Brilliant. Why don't we just start in like a patch of grass? This is great for the plane. But the stick I was using is the Airbus side stick is great. Like it served me well for a couple years, and it's just very limited with how many buttons it has. So I only had a few things on it. It has like 3 or 4 buttons on the stick itself, and this one has like a billion. So it's just a lot to get used to. All right, I kind of stopped going through the checklist, so. And how's our windsocks pointed right at us, so that's good. All right, attitude gyro. I was watching the turn coordinator just now. That was going. Doors, caps, seat belts, none of that. We can't actually do any of that. Fuel quantity and fuel selector, we just did all that. Fuel pump is on boost still. I left it on boost. Mixture is full rich. Flaps set 50% and check, so let's do that. All right, flaps are 50%. There we go. It is 25 and 50%, right? Oh no, it's 50 and 100. Whoops. There we go, 50%. That's the good part about the check. Transponder, 1200 altitude reporting. Check autopilot. Let's go ahead and set that. I'll just oh, we have a single altitude selection knob. Yes, it has acceleration. Beautiful. All right, let's just take it up. I don't know. Let's take it up to the ceiling, I guess. I'm just going to put in 25,000. We're going eastbound, so that works. Take it all the way up. 29er, 89er, I set that automatically with the B key. Radio navigation GPS, so we have GPS mode on. Let's go ahead and turn on heading mode. Oh man, I hate the autopilot being all the way down here, actually. It's it's just a lot more camera movement you have to do. What can we do though? And our VY speed is 103. We'll just do that and see what our takeoff performance looks like. All right, flight level change, 103 knots, all the way up to the ceiling. All right, nav set, cabin heat, brakes, we just had them. This is like run up check, power check. Alternator, pitot heat on. Okay, I'll turn that on. Nav lights and landing lights on. Let's see if my taxi light does anything. Taxi light does nothing. All right, my landing light switch works. And I don't have anything down for nav, so that works too. All right, annunciator, verify alternator 1 and 2 caution lights are out. Positive amps indication for each alternator. How do we look at positive amps for each alternator? I think it was on that engine screen. So if we actually wanted to check, there we go. Yeah, positive 36 for both. Okay. Wish there was an exit button here. I guess I could hit home, then checklist again. That's cool. It goes right back to the spot we left off in the checklist, so that's nice. Okay, next item, voltage. All right, pitot heat's on. Navigation lights as required. Landing lights, magnetos. This is just all run-up stuff. So if we want to do our magneto check, we can do that. I'll skip it for the sake of time. Power at 1,000 RPM. Flight instruments. HSI altimeter check. I already set the altimeter. Flight controls free and correct. Just make sure my stick is working here in all ways. All right, ailerons up, down, up and down. Rudder's working. Beautiful. Let's see the camera presets actually. All right, this is camera 1, control 1. Here's control 2. See both screens. Okay, control 3. This is a pretty good one. You have autopilot. You have access to all of this stuff. So if you're on a big enough monitor, like for me playing windowed, it's a little small, but That's a pretty good instrument preset, Control 3. Just to get you down to most of the autopilot buttons, the full keyboard, all of these buttons here. You can still read this pretty well, so it's not too bad. Set trim for takeoff. This is always weird in this plane because the trim is over here. You have electric trim only, I think, right? Yeah, there's no trim wheel in the SR22. Or maybe there's a backup one somewhere. But you trim with the electric... where's the actual trim button? I think it's just right here. Yeah, this is your... If I'd actually have it on a button. And it's not animating it. Huh. Maybe it just doesn't animate it. Do we have pitch trim over here? Doesn't look like we have pitch trim over there either. So how do I know what my pitch trim is set to? So I think when you trim with this button, it moves the stick in and out, and this is your trim indicator right here. Oh, it's already on takeoff. But when I'm trimming, it's not actually animating this. So I have trim set on my thumb. Oh, is it moving? I'm just holding it. Oh, there it goes. It's moving very slightly. Let me try trimming in. Wait, is that all the travel it has? It's like kind of moving, but not really. That's really weird. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. What's up, Delta? Delta says I went down a remarkably deep rabbit hole into reading about what fill to tabs mean. So much involved in aircraft ownership in real life. I'm glad we have some real pilots in the chat that can... Oh, now it's moving more. Yeah, it's like barely moving. I don't know what's going on. So I have one of my little thumb hats set to like electric pitch trim up and down. Is it trimming in steps? Oh yes, the song. So I don't have autopilot on, so I'm not sure why it's like messing with my pitch trim. Even if I click this, can I click this forward? And that's not changing it. Can I hit the back part of this button? And that's not doing anything either. And when I hit my pitch trim, this button's not animating. Yeah, this is really weird. I'm not sure. Well, we'll take off. We'll see what happens. Yeah, sorry. I don't want to spend too long looking at that. But yeah, for some reason, it's just... Maybe we have to be, like, moving? Nah, it doesn't make sense either. I have no idea. Please rise for our anthem. It is pretty amazing it's picking this still. I have over 100 songs in the playlist now. So every day or every stream I try to add a couple songs before the stream. It's in beta still. Yeah, that is true. Okay, set trim for takeoff, so we'll just assume that that'll work. We'll see how it goes. Disconnect autopilot. Icing conditions anticipated. They're not. We're in the desert, and it is... Well, it's only 8 degrees Celsius outside, but... if we anticipate icing for some reason, that's what to do. All right, normal takeoff brake, steer with rudder only. Steer with rudder only, right? Because in the Cirrus SR22, you don't actually have nose wheel steering. You have to use differential braking to taxi, but it looks like in this version of it, that's not true. Like I taxied over here just fine by just using my twist axis, so. I don't see the nose wheel turning, but it was working to get me around. So I don't think they're forcing us to do differential braking in the sim. All right, full forward, rotate at 77 to 80 knots. At 90 knots, flaps up. And fuel boost should be left on during takeoff and for climb as required for vapor suppression. All right, so we're looking for 80 knots and flaps come up at 90. And this is short field takeoff, so we will skip this one. Let's go to our climb checklist. Full power climb with rich of peak technique. So I think that means mixture is just full. Maintain fuel flow in green arc. Okay. All right, we'll do that once we take off. That's pretty cool. Hold on. I got to see this out of curiosity. We go to checklist. How many climb checklists are there? Oh, nice. So you have a choice here between, you can do the rich of peak. So, you know, much more, you're adding more fuel than you need during the climb, and then lean of peak for a cruise climb. So you can choose which technique you want to use, rich or lean of peak for the climb. So we'll just do full power climb this time. That's pretty awesome. All right, enter to get back to that. All right, we're gonna go take off. We're gonna rotate at 80, and then we're gonna put our flaps up at 90. We're finally moving. You guys are all very patient. All right, and this is our default camera. I think this is the default reset camera here. Yeah, that's the normal position. And then this is our forward position, like our up position on our hat if you use a hat. And then this is down. Down actually gives us a little forward view as well before it goes down to the instruments. All right, brakes are released. Full power. And we're just waiting for 80 knots. The numbers look a little weird because of DLSS. Sometimes they look a little blurry. All right, there's 80. Whoa, why am I slipping so much? What the heck? That was weird. Probably my pitch trim holding me to the ground. I am trimming up like crazy right now. All right, we're over 90 knots. That was weird. Available for all. Yeah, I assume you still need premium. Or is it called premium or premium deluxe? I think the other, like, couple weeks back, somebody on the Discord informed me that you have to buy deluxe in order to buy premium. So that might be true. Okay, so for our climb here, we go ahead and get autopilot on. All right, autopilot's on. Let me sync the heading bug straight ahead again. Switch to nav mode and just turn around just so we're on course, and then I'll look at the checklist here. So for the rich of peak technique, full power climb, oxygen as required. I think that's all automated. Power is full forward, and it says for mixture to maintain the fuel flow in the green arc. So as we're climbing, you know, I assume this fuel flow green mark here will start moving down more as we get higher and higher. And we'll just be leaning the mixture to stay within that green arc for rich of peak. Flaps verify up. It's interesting there's a lot of engine information here. I'm kind of used to seeing like flap information and stuff like that, but I guess in this case we don't get like we just don't get that information here. All right, we turned on a course already. We can just look at our flaps, I guess, verify they're up. And then as we climb, we just want to keep it in the green arc with our mixture, and power is just full forward. Flaps are up, airspeed 120 knots. So I was at 103. So let's change our flight level, change target airspeed here to 120 to follow the checklist. All right, we got 120. Fuel pump, it is still on boost. I haven't changed that. I haven't changed that since we started the engine. It should have been on normal in the middle, but it's on boost for takeoff. And I believe for landing, we'll find out later. And then also for this climb technique, we leave it on boost. Flaps are up, fuel pump boost, fuel flow monitor. So we're just monitoring our fuel flow and keeping it in that green arc. Looks like I can give it a little bit of rudder trim. Let's see if rudder trim works. It does not. No rudder trim on this plane. So I guess realistically, if you were flying, you would put in the rudder input yourself, maybe to keep that slip skid centered while you're climbing. A little spoiled by the M500. Alright, sorry, you guys were asking about the engine sounds before. I don't know if the engine sounds were updated or not. Just moving around to try to get a few different angles for the engine sounds. Yeah, I didn't fly the SR22 that much, but I'm not sure that they're any different. I'm not sure that the sounds have been changed. Which gamer tags? I'm using they're from flightsim.to. I think I just typed in nameplates. I think they might have been called like enhanced multiplayer nameplates or something like that. I think they might be the only ones on flightsim.to. I was using the little miniature green ones, but I kind of like these like black on white ones. The little mini nameplates I was using for a long time are nice, but they don't show the type of plane, and I really like seeing that type of plane at a distance especially. It's helping me learn different, to recognize different planes or identify them a little better. SR22 sound pack in the marketplace. Oh, did I get that? I think I got the Cessna 172 one, but I don't think I got the SR22 one. Yeah, you have the little green ones. Yeah, I just recently switched to these. They're a little smaller than the default still. Like they're pretty small actually. And they still give you the altitude and and they're just really legible because of that like black on white. That white background makes it really nice. So we're still in the green arc. It looks like the green arc or the green band there is getting a little bit lower than it was before. So I'm just gonna lean our mixture just a tiny bit, try to keep it in the middle of that band as we go higher. So we're over 10,000 feet now, 11,000. Let's see if we can get cabin like pressurization info here somewhere. Do we have our oxygen down here. Oxygen PSI. But I don't think we have like cabin altitude. Just shows how much oxygen we have, I guess. Oh, are these? Okay, this is our fuel over here. I almost thought this was our fuel on the left. It actually shows the TKS. This is like the anti-ice solution or like fluid that coats, I think, like the wings and maybe even the prop. Certain parts of the airframe as well, I think. I'm not sure exactly, but it's like an anti-icing liquid like solution with like alcohol and stuff, whatever anti-ice mixture they use. And this is specifically for the anti-ice solution. So if we do fly into icing and we use the icing system, I presume we'll see this go down, and it gives us it's giving us estimates for how much anti-ice solution we have left, range and time. It's pretty cool. And I think in the notes they said this is simulated, so if we were in icing, we should expect that to be updated while we're flying. Pretty neat. Alright, still in the green band. Yeah, it's moving ever so slightly as we get higher and higher. So if we want to do the rich of peak strategy for the climb, this is what we do. We just keep pulling the mixture out as we get higher and just keep it in the green band. And then once we get up into cruise, we should be able to easily find the Lena Peak marker. It just shows a little teal line, and all you have to do is move it to the teal line. So that'll be cool. We're already at 14,000 feet. I didn't keep an eye on our climb rate when we first took off. We are at 120 knots though. 103 is our VY speed, but for this cruise climb strategy on that checklist, we do 120. So we're still going 1,400 feet per minute. Full power, and then we're just leaning it based on our fuel flow gauge right here. Hey Zumbo, what's up? How do you get Sim Update 14 and the SR22T? So, Sim Update's available to everybody. You need to use what's called the Xbox Insider program. If you're on PC, actually I think it's, if you're both on PC and Xbox, you just search for that app in the Microsoft Store called Xbox Insider Program. Once you get that, just look through that app and look for the games that you can opt into. You'll see one for Microsoft Flight Simulator. You just opt into the beta, and I believe both on PC and Xbox you have to restart your system. And then you just launch Flight Sim and it'll apply the beta update for you. So yeah, use Microsoft Insider Program app to opt in. And then, yeah, what HG is saying, you need Premium Deluxe to get the SR22. For a long time, I thought that Premium was separate from Premium Deluxe. I thought you could buy them independently. The last I heard, someone on Discord was chatting with me about it. They said, because I had mentioned it, and they said, no, actually, you have to buy the Deluxe version first and then Premium. So I think you either have Deluxe or you have Premium Deluxe, which is Premium and Deluxe, I think is how it works. So yeah, as long as you have Premium, then you have access to the SR22 as one of the 5 planes you get with that pack. And on the stream, on my stream on Tuesday, some of the guys in chat updated to beta and said it took them like less than 10 minutes. That might not be the case for you, but for some people it was quick to update to the beta. And I've just been on the beta since the weekend because I was having a lot of crashes. Like Bing, I think Bing was causing a lot of crashes for me for some reason, Bing data. But that seems to be fixed in the beta for me. All right, the green band is moving down a little bit more, or we're not in the green band perfectly, so I'm gonna just center us in that green band ever so slightly. 1,300 feet per minute still. All right, we're about to pass 18,000, so we'll switch over to standard barrel pressure. We got PFD options, standard. Here we go. We have a, oh nice, fuel imbalance advisory. So in this plane, you have to change your selected fuel tank. So we are already off a bit, as you can see. I've been drawing from the left tank, so we're gonna go ahead and switch to the right tank. We already have fuel boost on. I think normally the procedure is to turn your electric fuel pump on or a boost on when you switch tanks. Pretty sure that's a thing. So anyway, we already have the boost on because of the climb, so we'll just flip over to the right tank and acknowledge that alert. I don't know if we can clear the alert. Oh, I think it just cleared itself. All right, back to the engine here. That's one thing that I just love about flying certain planes is when they draw from both tanks, or you know, something like the TBM 850 where it auto switches between the two tanks. Yeah, switching the tanks is such a chore, man. I'm so bad at remembering to switch tanks. Or like on the diamonds, you have to like hit a button to transfer fuel. I think the DA40 or yeah, is it the DA40 NG? Maybe, no, the DA, let's see, DA62 I think draws from both tanks. Could be wrong, but I think the DA40 draws only from the left tank, and you actually hit a button to transfer fuel from the right tank into the left tank periodically, like instead of switching which tank it's drawing from. I think that's how the diamond works. Nice, Josh is catching up. Thank you, Josh, for taking the yellow Kenmore livery so I could have the pretty flowers. Really appreciate that, man. Not gonna lie, I actually love the flower liveries. Flowers are pretty. I have a bunch of flower tattoos in real life. They're pretty. Hunter said I had a fuel imbalance warning. My FPS tanked and then crash landed. So you went, did you get a slideshow? Like you just went down to like 1 or 2 frames per second? All right, we're already at 21,000 feet here. Oh wow, I have not leaned quickly enough. We have to lean quite a bit now. There we go. All right, we're at 88% power as well, just because we're getting so high. Even though my actual throttle lever is full on. I'm not sure if it simulates. Well, I wonder. Let me check. I'm curious about the pressurization. Yeah, this is still at 1750, right? So I don't know that the oxygen or the cabin altitude or pressurization is simulated in any way. I don't think it is. We should have seen a drop here. I think that 1750 is the readout of how much oxygen we have remaining, and it hasn't gone down, and we're already at 22,000 feet, so. All right, let's take a look at our checklist. We're almost up to cruise. We got 2,500 feet to go. So let's go back to engine checklist. I wish there's not a checklist button, right? No. I wish there was a little checklist button here, but I guess it's pretty easy. You just hit home and then hit checklist down here on the soft button. That's pretty easy. All right, we're still in the green band for fuel flow, and now that we're, I don't know, I guess maybe once we get to a certain power. Anyway, it's introduced this little teal line here. So this teal line represents our cruise mixture setting. So it's slightly lean of peak. So all we have to do once we're in cruise and we're leveled off here is just pull our mixture down until this arrow lines up with that teal line right there, and that'll give us our most efficient mixture setting for cruise. So I'm curious, we can check once we get to cruise, I guess, but there's an assist button in here as well. There we go. Okay, so this works kind of like how the regular G1000 lean assist works. It's highlighting our hottest cylinder. So our exhaust gas temperature for our hottest cylinder happens to be cylinder number 3 that's running the hottest right now. So it's highlighting that. And then as you lean or enrich your mixture, this number right here will change to show the delta or change in peak EGT. So as I pull out my mixture, we should see that number go up. It is not going up. But we do see my temperature rising. The EGT temperature is rising as I lean it. So maybe it looks like delta peak. Oh, there it goes. Last. That's weird how it just suddenly... Let me reset the assist. Probably using it wrong. So 1440. Okay, so now it's telling us that compared to what our setting was when we started the assist, we're now running 36 degrees cooler than we were before. Actually, does it go positive? Yeah, it does. So it shows positive or negative. So it's a change in the peak temperature. But that's like kind of the more advanced way to do it. We could just go and just simply use this little teal line right here. All right, we are leveling off at 25,000 now. All right, let's go check the checklist. So fuel flow we've monitored and engine parameters are all green. All right, now we have cruise climb. This is the second cruise climb checklist, the one we didn't use. So this is a different technique. So this is going lean of peak instead of full power rich of peak. So this would be the other way to do it, which is, yeah, lean to the cyan target or less. Reduce your power to 305 inches, so that's shown up here. Or manifold pressure. Or 30, is that 30.5? Should say 30.5, right? Anyway, we did the other climb checklist. So now we have cruise, oxygen as required, cruise altitude is established, reduced to 30.5 inches or less. We're at 27.9, so we're good. Fuel pump as required. Fuel pump must be set to boost during maneuvering flight. So I think we can just set it back to normal. And now it says adjust mixture. So all we have to do is adjust the mixture. If we want to be economical, just pull it until it meets up with that little teal line right there. Now we're only burning 17 gallons per hour. So what was it at the top of the arc? Top of the arc, 25 gallons per hour. And then the recommendation down here at that teal line is around 17. All right, check engine parameters, fuel flow and balance monitor. And it says if any CHTs exceed 420 degrees Fahrenheit, lean by 0.5 gallons per hour and monitor. So how would we know? Oh, if any of them are below, was that 305? Oh, sorry, if they exceed 420 degrees. Okay, so they're at like 3 something. Okay, so that's in the yellow band. So if any of the CHT temperatures get up to this yellow band, then you would just lean your mixture a bit. All right, and then our TKS is the same because we're not using any anti-icing stuff. Any anti-icing options over here? We have a 57 knot crosswind, 13 knot headwind. But I mean, this is pretty good. We're at the economical setting for the engine here, that teal line, and we're almost in the yellow on the speed tape. It's pretty good. When does it come out without beta? Yeah, it's December 5th. That's right. That's next Thursday. So a week from today, it'll be out. There are a bunch of other things too in the beta. Like it's not just the SR22 turbo. This just got kind of feels like almost like surprise announced yesterday. They're like, hey, bam, here's a new SR22. Enjoy. Yeah, I didn't look through all of the release notes. There are a lot of small bug fixes, it looks like, for a lot of planes. I think there were a couple things with the CDU on the 747 and 787. I'm just not super in tune with those just because I don't fly the airliners really. And they made a couple ATC improvements. We tried some of them out on Tuesday. If you use the in-sim ATC, which is notoriously bad, but they made a couple improvements. So the main one was that while you're in a climb, it'll give you your next climb assignment, your next altitude assignment sooner. How it worked before was like as you're climbing, Microsoft Flight Sim ATC would be like, they wait until you're basically leveling off. So your autopilot would be leveling you off, and then they give you the next climb instruction. And then you'd have to go on your autopilot, you know, then turn your selected altitude up, re-engage your, you know, flight level change mode or whatever you're using. But now it gives you a 2,000 foot warning. 2,000 feet in advance during your climb, it'll tell you what your next altitude's gonna be, which is more realistic, so. I just lost somebody out there. I don't know if we're having multiplayer issues. No, we're good. Oh, hey guys. Oh, hi, Mark. Cirrus CEO reached out to the to get the SR22 updated in the sim. Really? I don't know if that's true, but if it is, that's amazing. Man, dude, we look so good right now. All right, screenshots. Thank you for future thumbnails, boys. Appreciate that. Is that true? That I don't know about that, but if that's true, that's amazing. You're 13, so you can't be an insider. Wait, is that true? Do you have to accept a EULA or something? It says you're 18. Next week, if they don't have any last minute glitches. Yeah, something I was excited to see today. I don't know if anybody has confirmed it, but the M500, the Piper M500 in the marketplace now shows an Xbox icon. I'm hoping one of our Xbox friends. I would normally like ping Jimmy in Discord and ask him, but he just upgraded. He just switched to PC. He's probably installing the sim right now as we speak, actually. Who else is normally on Xbox that's in chat? M500's on Xbox for sure. Nice, nice. Oh, you spent the last hour on it. Awesome. Thanks, Thumper. Yeah, I was curious. I noticed the icon in the marketplace, and I've been so stoked for Xbox users to be able to get that plane, because you can now use you can use SimBrief to import your flight plan, just like those of us on PC do, and you can also use Navigraph if you want to buy a Navigraph subscription, and you can get charts in it, just like those of us on PC have been able to do. So you'll be able to do stuff like this, pull up charts for departures, arrivals, you know, pull up en route charts if you want, all that kind of stuff with Navigraph. It's awesome. All right, let's pull up flight plan. All right, top of descent's in 11 minutes, so let us check the weather over there at our destination. I just picked a random spot to go to. We're going to Henderson. Highlight Henderson to get the METAR down here. Winds are 190 at 6 knots. Few clouds at 10,000 feet. 10 miles of visibility. And altimeter is 29 or 85. I'll just use the B button once we get closer. Hey, Thumper, did you use, since you're on Xbox and you got the M500, did you happen to use did you happen to use SimBrief to import your flight plan? Or did you happen to use Navigraph and try those out? I'm curious what you think about it, if you're familiar with Navigraph or SimBrief. Because that's like, to me, like the plane is already incredible, but for people on Xbox, it's the first plane that's letting Xbox users use SimBrief and Navigraph, so it's kind of amazing. Oh, you didn't yet? Oh, you linked to the accounts and they're working. Awesome. Yeah, it's really cool how you can use SimBrief, import your flight plan, and it'll at least put in your en route waypoints and pick your 2 airports, your departure and arrival airports. It won't pull in any SIDS or stars, unfortunately, if you have those procedures in your flight plan, but it pulls everything else in, which is really nice. You're wondering how Dave was flying circles? Oh yeah, I think he's in the TBM. Hunter and Josh are over there in the SR22 as well. Two banana flavored planes over there, banana colored planes. Dave in the 850. I noticed he has his livery on. I think I have the latest update you made to the livery. I just haven't been flying the 850 recently. Mellow yellow. Banana runt yellow. The H-Jet has had it for a long time now. Same with the Vision Jet. Wait, you can use the Vision Jet and the H-Jet on Xbox. They support SimBrief and Navigraph? Man, why can't I get back in my plane? Oh, this is inside my plane, that's why. Oh my god. I zoomed in so much I thought I was still like in an exterior view. Wait, so I've been lying this whole time when I was saying it was the first plane that would have those features? Oh no. This is me hanging my head in shame. Oops. I didn't realize that the Navigraph could be used in the Honda Jet and the Vision Jet on Xbox. Sounds like that's what you're saying. All right, so Windsor 190 at 6. Let's just pick a approach. We have an RNAV GPS Bravo or a VOR Charlie. What? All right, I guess we're gonna go to charts and look at these. Let's see, clear. Go back, charts. Okay, it's got the arrival pulled up automatically for us. Let's change that. Oh, it's only showing arrivals, right? Clear, go to approach down here. All right, here's the RNAV GPS Bravo. Okay, it is a circle to land RNAV approach. I don't even know, I don't know anything about the terrain around here, but looks like maybe we have some kind of interesting approach. So circle to land approach. So let's see, we are kind of coming in from the west. We're coming in from this direction, so it looks like Gerard would be our initial approach fix down here. And then we go to Hakid, and then we go straight north. And this says runway 35 left. So it says circling to runway 35 left is not authorized at night. Okay, so we're daytime, so I guess we can land on 35 left. And our final approach course is 347. So it looks like it's lining us up for 35 left. Use local altimeter setting. If not received, use read international. 35 left, helicopter visibility reduction, pilot controlled lighting. So it looks like, yeah, we can land on 35 left. But if it's nighttime, then I guess we're not allowed to land on 35 left. But it says circling to 35 left is not authorized. But we're lined up straight for 35 left, so we would not be circling, right? It's kind of weird. Yeah, this is confusing me. This lines us up. This approach is only for 35 left. Like, we could circle to land on reciprocal runway. But then it tells us that circling to land on 35 is not authorized. But this approach leads us to 35, or 35 left, I mean. This approach leads us to 35 left. I don't know. That's confusing. And then, let's see, the other approach we had available is the VOR Charlie. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is using... It's using the Boulder City VOR over here to... I've found some interesting approaches suddenly. Oops, show chart. Chart options. So in the minimums, circle to land. Not authorized at night for runway 35 left. So that's the same info we got from the other chart. Different minimums mattering where our altimeter setting is coming from. So this is giving us circle to land. This is so... these are some of the weirdest approaches I've looked at. Hear your co-pilot trying to update you in the background. I think we need to start descending soon. Oh, you guys hear the dog. Oh, you hear the dog. I'm like, wait, what? Are you hinting that I need to descend soon? We have 3 minutes until the descent. Let me set that up and then go back to staring at these charts. Yeah, sorry about that. The puppy. She's getting better. She learned roll over in like 2 training sessions with my girlfriend. And she was in here rolling over like 10 times in a row for treats. Which makes us, just gives us more evidence that she's a smart dog. And she just chooses to just nonstop bite our hands. So that's a choice that she's making. But she seems very smart. All right, let me set up my descent here. So we're at least going down to 8,000, so we'll set that one up first. I love that this has the altitude acceleration. There we go, 8,000, perfect. All right, 8,000, VNav is armed, and we only have 2 minutes until descent. I really don't, as much as I love the G1000, I really don't like looking up these charts on the G1000. I really like looking them up on like the EFB that's in the M500. It's just really nice. You're just clicking everything to get through the charts. You're clicking and dragging. Like, it's really easy to zoom. On this, like using all the buttons underneath and like zooming out down here to use this range knob. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Not as nice as having a little EFB or a touchscreen of some sort. Alright, so I'm just gonna choose the RNAV for now. Wait, why does it only give us the Skiber waypoint? There was another one that started with an H. I think that was the initial approach fix that looked correct for us, but that is not here. Let me clear out and go back to charts again. Approach. This is the VOR Charlie, which scares me. Both of these approaches are kind of crazy. I mean, the RNAV GPS Bravo, this one's fine. It's just going to take us to the runway that we're going to land on. So this is fine. It's not nighttime. So I wonder if where it says circling to runway 35 left not authorized. I have to figure out this answer after the stream. Does this mean... Does circling technically mean that you broke off at the end of the approach to circle to land at another runway? Or does circling in this case mean you cannot land on 35 left, even though we're on our final approach course lined up with 35 left? I don't know the answer to that. Does circling do we have to actually land on a different runway other than 35 left? Because then why does it mention circling to runway 35 left? I don't know, it seems weird to me. Probably I'm missing something obvious maybe. Because I could see it like telling us on this approach, oh, circling to one of these other two runways, so like 17 for example, not authorized at night. Because we would break off from this final approach course and then circle and land on one of the other runways. But it says circling to 35 left not authorized at night. I have no idea. All right, so the initial approach fix it gave us, wait, where? Oh, it's Skiber. Okay, it's over here to the west, so that's fine. All right, let's go to procedure. We're overspeeding. I mean, we're not overspeeding, but we have pretty high winds, 28 knot crosswind, so we should bring this down to the green arc. All right, let me switch and grab that RNAV approach. Enter. We're going to choose Skiber. Hit enter. I can't look at the charts right now, so I don't know the minimums. I didn't memorize them, so I'll leave them off for now. And we'll go down and load them. And then I need to make sure that we don't have a duplicate arrival airport in here. We don't. Okay. So we're on the arrival now. We're going through these waypoints, and then we're going to Skiber. This is probably overkill for the route. It looks a little insane over here. Sorry, the dog's being a dog. So we're going up here, then we're turning to the southeast. So, yeah, we should just break off and go direct Skiber, right? Like, this is kind of crazy. But we have our bottom of descent here. We'll be able to descend by the time we get to Skiber. I'm just going to activate the approach. Cleared direct Skiber. Oh, thank you so much, ATC. All right, direct Skiber, and then we're going to have to redo our VNav. All right, top of descent is recalculated over here. Now we'll check where we're going down to on this approach. 5,700 at the final approach fix. All right, altitude down to 5,700 then. And then we'll rearm VNav way down here. And we're in pitch mode. So we're still descending. So I'm just gonna level us off with altitude hold. All right, altitude hold, VPath. And let's get our power back up a bit until we get to top of descent in 3 minutes. All right, there we go. What's up, Mike? SR22 better. I mean, it's got some cool new features. I didn't fly the other SR22 all that much. I'm not like blown away by the difference in it compared to the original. I think it's cool that it got an update. Like the keyboard being active is awesome. The lean assist and like the the lean assist stuff, like having this little teal line here is awesome. The checklists are awesome. The full engine screen here is awesome. Yeah, there are a lot of improvements. Yeah, it's definitely better. It's definitely better than the old one for sure. They have all these Perspective Plus, you know, these unique Perspective Plus things that are part of Cirrus only in the G1000. That's cool. There's a whole weight and balance section in here. It's very cool. I just don't fly it. That I haven't flown the SR22 that much, and the G1000 is already so powerful that like I've just like flying any plane with the G1000 in it. I did notice on takeoff, like the aerodynamics, I like felt a little wobbly on the takeoff. Felt a little more realistic than most planes, I think. But you know, just because I haven't flown it a ton, I don't have a strong opinion yet. Derek says all the approaches for the Henderson RNAV are circled to land. Right, but so what I'm confused about with the approach is that this approach, it doesn't specify a runway, but it does put us on a final approach course, right, with runway, was it 35 left? Yeah, so this puts us right on a path to land on 35 left, so I was planning to just land on 35 left. And then it says, what confused me is, so either is 35 left, are you not allowed to land on 35 left? Maybe the weather is so bad that you would never land on that runway. But what was confusing is it says circling to land on runway 35 left, not authorized at night. And it says that on an approach that lines you up with 35 left. But I mean, I realized that this approach is not a runway, specific to a runway. It's just an RNAV approach. Bravo. So RNAV Bravo, GPS Bravo. So the Bravo indicating that it's not a straight in, right? Otherwise, it would just be called RNAV GPS and have a runway name. But we're not assigned to a specific runway. So yeah, we can land on whichever runway. This one happens to line us up with 35 left. But what's confusing me is where it says circling to runway 35 left, not authorized at night. But on this approach, like, would we be using this approach and circle to land on 35 left when 35 left is right in front of us? Or is it technically considered circling to land on 35 left because this approach is not for 35 left specifically? I'm guessing it's the latter. I'm guessing there's some technicality in the language where it's like, circle to land doesn't mean that you physically have to circle to land on a different runway. It means you are, in this case, like that's my question, I guess. In this case, am I technically circling to land on 35 left, even though I'm just gonna stay on this course and land on 35 left? That's what I'm wondering. Maybe circling to land is just technically correct because this is not specific for a runway. This is not the approach for 35 left. So technically we're circling to land on 35 left. because it's not specified as the runway for this approach up here in the corner? I don't know. I don't know the answer. I'm gonna have to Google afterwards. Like maybe that's the case. Oh, we are descending again. All right, we're in the yellow band, 172 knots. Looks like we can, the barber's pole starts at almost 200, like 196 knots or something is our max indicated speed. All right, we'll just keep it in the green. All right, let's look at our descent checklist. These checklists are awesome. These are really well done, and I love how there are multiple options. So like how we had 2 options for our cruise climb, either max power or lean of peak cruise climb. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've seen that in other checklists before. And then here, let's go to the. I also love how like the button for it is right on the screen, like with the soft key is super convenient. Which, you know, contrasting that with how inconvenient it is to zoom out like this and use the autopilot way down here. You know, I mean, this is something that's going to be convenient for an actual human arm to reach and touch when your hands are in this area, but yeah. I like this. I like the buttons to be near the screen, especially for sim use. Derek says, yes, technically. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay. Technically, it's considered circle to land, even though you're lined up with 3-5 left. And that's because that approach is not specific for a runway, I guess. That makes a lot of sense. Cool. I trust that what you're saying is correct. Terrain before 3-5 left is crazy. Yeah, I saw that on the chart there. There's a 6.5 degree descent gradient to make the runway from K2. Oh, sweet. I just picked this totally randomly. Like I didn't take any time to research the approaches or the route. I just threw a dart and picked a nearby airport just so we could fly the 22 and check it, the SR22 and check it out. So yeah, normally I would have looked to, you know, educate myself on these things for the airport, but yeah, I just threw a dart, and it looks like I threw a scary dart in this case. Okay, this is known icing conditions. Let's go to the next checklist. All right, descent, oxygen, altimeter set. I'm just gonna press B on my keyboard. 2990 is set. We just passed through 18,000. Altimeter is set. Cabin heat defrost as required. I don't think that actually does anything anyway. I guess if we were in icing conditions, we might try. Like the defrost button doesn't work, so. All right, fuel system check. I think we're gonna have to switch our tank probably. In a little bit. I'll just switch it to left tank when we're on final. Or when we're lined up with final approach course. Okay, getting back to the checklist from here is a little weird. You have to go home, checklist. All right, power as required for rapid descent. We're not doing that. Mixture as required. So I think we'll just, yeah, we just want to make it, I assume we just want to make sure we're in the green band during the descent like we were on the climb, and then go full rich on when we're on our final approach course before we land. Mixture as required for rapid descent. Maintain CHTs above 240. Check brake pressure. Okay. All right, before landing. All right, so let's take a look at this approach chart again, now that we know it's scary. Let's see, chart options. Oh yeah, there we go. 6.5 degree descent angle. Wonderful. This is gonna be great. So I don't know what our speed is on final. Say it's like 100 knots or so. I don't know if we'll have a tailwind or what. So we're gonna need to descend at like 1,200 feet per minute. Maybe a little less, I don't know, maybe give or take 1,200. That'll be interesting. 5,700 by Jexix, so that's what I have at our selected altitude. Oh no, I have 5,700. Oh yeah, sorry, that's what I just said. 5,700, so we're still going down for that. ADA shows Henderson information Charlie, landing 17 left and right. So I guess I could circle to land 17 left then. That would be fun anyway to hand fly this just a little bit, since I've just been on autopilot since we took off. All right, thanks Delta. 2985. All right, let's set that too. All right, yeah, let's try it. Let's land on 17 left or right. I'll just eyeball it. So that means we'll take this all the way down until 4620, I guess. And then this is showing us landing on 35 left. But if we're going to circle the land, then we want to maintain, I think we maintain 4620 on the header elevation. 2491. Well, at that point, we'll have a visual anyway, since it's clear. So we'll just want to get down to pattern altitude, right? We'll just want to get down to like 3,500 feet. Let's see. I didn't set my minimums, but we're not going to go below. We don't need them since we're. I mean, I guess I could set them. I don't know the procedure for a circle land only. I'm trying to think if I've even done one of these before. So where are our minimums? 3880. So yeah, we would just put in these minimums, and then I think we would just. 3880 is higher than our traffic pattern altitude, but I think we just go down to 3880 and then circle the land from there. Even though that would be... Okay, that'd be like 1,400 above the airport elevation. Or 1,300 feet above the airport elevation. Okay, so we're just gonna go down to 3880. So let me set minimums here, timer references, minimums, Barrow, 3880. I wish you could input the minimums like you do VNav altitudes. Eat one digit at a time. All right, we'll just put 3,900. Learned the coolest thing today from an IRL pilot stream. What is it? Tell me now. All right, minimums are set. So we're going to Jet 6 at 5,500. Then we need to descend at roughly, we'll have to check our ground speed, but probably around 1,200 feet per minute to get down to our minimums of 3880. And then we're gonna circle the land either 17 left or 17 right. Let me go back and bring up airport info. So I wish it would fit the height by default. Can I fit the height here? I can only fit width. Anyway, that works. Cirrus 35 left, 6,500 foot runway, and so we have either 17 right or 17 left. So we would circle to land on 17 left. Or 17 right, I mean. One 7 left and 35 right operate daily from 1900 to 0700 local time. Wait, this is new? It's giving us our AGL? Wait, did we have a radar? Do we have a radio altimeter in this? Or is this this is a GPS? Oh, this must be a GPS calculated AGL altitude. 5420. Huh, but that's new. Trying to look up GAGL. I assume it's I assume it's GPS calculated AGL altitude, 4860. Because yeah, I don't think this has a radar altimeter itself. Don't assume. Well, luckily we're not allowed to use that for really anything anyway in this plane. As far as I know, like even if we had a radar altimeter, you can't use it for anything as far as an approach goes, right? I'm just curious what it is, Mike. Don't yell at me. But I mean, I think that's what it is. It's like, because as far as I know, this plane doesn't have like an actual radio altimeter, like radio altimeter hardware in it, so. All right, we are almost at, does that say Dekid? I wish I could overlay. That would be cool. I guess I just have to go and just load it. We can see ourselves here now. Oh, it's Hackett. So we're making a left at Hackett, 347. And then we had It Fell and then Jexix. Once we hit Jexix, that's when we need to just go straight down at like 1,200 feet per minute or maybe more. Yeah, I threw a really good dart today. This airport is, this approach is pretty nuts. I just picked something totally random. Mikey, what's up? 80s vibes, I got you. I'm trying to add more like 80s sounding songs from that royalty-free, copyright-free playlist. All right, we're almost at It Fell. All right, we have 300 feet to go down to 5,700. 1.5 nautical miles till It Fell. Should probably be looking at our checklist. All right, fuel pump to boost, mixture full rich, flaps as required. So let's go ahead and get that taken care of. Mixture is full rich. Fuel pump on boost. And I'm also gonna switch to left tank, so we've been on right for a while. Seat backs are all good. Fuel pump is boost. Mixture full rich. Flaps as required. So let's see our flap. Let's see if the speeds are down here. 150 knots for 50 degrees or 50% and 110. 150 and 110. That's a little easy. 150 for 50. 110 for 100. Okay. All right, can I see the airport now? Oh yeah, it's right in front of us. There we go. All right, so there's 35 left right there and 17 right. Or sorry, 35 right. And then on the other side, we have 17 left and 17 right. So we're gonna circle the land 17 right, which is this longer runway. And we need to get down to 3,900 feet. We're still 3 miles from K2. So actually, should we be descending still? We'd probably be descending still. It takes so long to like get to this section here. It wants us to go down to 4620, so I already messed up. I need to be down to 4620. Should have kept descending. Yeah, we're way too high. It'll be 4620, then down to 3,900. All right, 3,900. So I have to make up for lost time. So by the time we get to K2, we're supposed to be at 4620. And then from there, it's a 6.5 degree flight path angle down to our minimums at 3,900. right, we're 0.3 from K2. 46, so we're about 200 feet higher than we should be. All right, now we're in suspended mode. Why is it weird? All right, I'm turning autopilot off. It shouldn't be swaying us left and right after we passed our final... So when we passed our final waypoint, it was just kind of swaying left and right. All right, I'm gonna put flaps 1 down just because we need to increase our angle of descent here. Anyway, we're just gonna fly to the left. All right, we're at 3,900 feet. Actually, I'm assuming it's... I'm wrong here. I need to go the other way. Why? I'm assuming that it's right traffic for some reason, just because it's convenient for us to land on that runway. Oh, this is horrible. Now we're just messing everything up. It's fine. This will be fine. Also fumbling so much with my stick, trying to find my pitch trim hat because it's... I didn't used to have it before, and now I have it. I guess we should just land on the smaller runway at this rate. I actually wonder if this is left or right traffic. I wanted to look up the the supplemental chart, or like the airport information supplemental, and see what the traffic pattern is, but I guess we should assume right, or assume left in most cases. All right, we'll land on the smaller runway because we're a little plain. All right, we're full rich on mixture. Landing light is on. Strobe's on. I'm gonna take pitot heat off because it's 10 degrees Celsius out. All right. Looks like it's about 40. Whoa, stick, what are you doing? Whoa, what is it doing now? Oh my God. I have too many controls. I don't know what to do with them. My hat is suddenly not working. There we go, now it's working again. Whoa, why does it keep doing that? Dude, I have some kind of binding problem, I guess. My speed is bad. There we go. Looks like we have like a 6 or 7 knot headwind. No, they did not model the cap system, no. I was wondering about that when earlier, like, I think we saw a demo for Flight Sim 2024. There was a demo of them inflating a balloon, I'm pretty sure, a while back. So I'm not sure if, eventually we could see something like the CAPS system implementing and deploy the chute on this thing. I don't know if that's in our future or not. It says we have like just a little headwind, and this thing is swaying like left and right quite a bit. So this is probably part of the work they did on making it more realistic. that Dave? That was definitely for like how favorable the winds were. I think I was seeing, it's really small, but I think I was seeing like 4 or 5 knot headwind. And I'm pretty sure it said no crosswind most of the time on final, but I was definitely needing a lot of stick input, like left and right, to stay lined up there. Felt like a little bumpy, like it was, I feel like less stable than most planes. I think we should take off and fly a couple laps around here. Why does it keep doing that? What is going on here? Oh, what the? Well, I gotta figure out why it's looking down at my feet. So if I hold left to glance left, how is that happening? What the? I don't know what I've done with my controls here. This is left on my hat, right on my hat. How am I getting to my feet? Oh, I see. Okay. So this is the neutral position right here. This is if I hit down once. So if you hit down once and then, oh no, I have to hit down all the way down to here and then hit left to get here. I don't know what's going on. I might have to check some of my settings. Anyway, I'm gonna turn around and take off again. Just want to do another lap around here just to try the plane out a little bit more. I need to brush up on circle to land approaches now. I feel like I'm flying like ILS and LPV approaches so often, I just don't even know what to do on a circling approach. And I'm guessing the approach plate probably shows like the direction to circle, like if you're left or right traffic for the airfield somewhere without having to dig for other charts to figure out the traffic pattern. Alright, mixture is rich, flaps are in takeoff position. So 50% flaps. Alright, let's see if I get that weird shaking I got last time. I don't think it's possible to accurately set our pitch trim for takeoff. Just based on when I did it earlier, I couldn't see where it was set to. The like throttle handle, the side stick wasn't like changing its position. Alright, so we need 90 knots for flaps up. Alright, there's 91, flaps up. It even says flaps. That's unique to the like Perspective Plus thing too. And my flaps are up, so why does it say flaps? Probably, maybe it thinks we're on the approach. Let me go clear the flight plan, maybe that'll, yeah, okay, I hit suspend and the flaps indication went away. So that's probably a warning that our flaps were not set for landing. Because it thought we were at our approach phase there. Alright, delete that flight plan. Just to clean it up. There we go. Already 1,700 feet AGL. Really need to get used to this the pitch trim. I should be using my wheel on my Bravo to my right, but I'm really trying to force myself to use all my new controls here on the stick. Like forcing myself to use electric pitch trim. We're just like way too high. Probably need to run this at much lower power settings, just flying around in a circuit. Just like really far away already. What's up, Momentum? Is there a way to use Navigraph or improve flight planning on Xbox? Why? That's funny you should mention that. That's funny you should ask that question. Because the plane I've been flying for a bit, the Piper M500 that's in the marketplace, just came out for Xbox on the marketplace. And it has support for Navigraph. It has support for Navigraph, and it has support for SimBrief, if you use SimBrief to generate your flight plans. So if you like the G1000 and you want a turboprop, then I would definitely buy the FSR 500. It's incredible. And if you want to see it a bunch before, like I'm flying the SR22 today because it just got updated in the beta. But if you go back into my videos and look at the several past streams, I've been using the M500 quite a bit. So if you want to see some of the features of it and stuff like that, you can go rewatch some of those live streams. But yeah, the FSR 500 is incredible. And if you're on an Xbox, it lets you use Navigraph and it lets you use SimBrief. And we were just chatting about that earlier, and somebody mentioned that both the Honda Jet and the Vision Jet also let you use Navigraph on Xbox, I believe. So I would look into that first. I'm not sure 100% how they work in those planes. How do you go about connecting it? So you'll need a laptop or something, of course. Like you'll need a laptop, or you probably use your phone web browser, any kind of web browser. Once you're a Navigraph customer, it gives you a URL to go to. You go to navigraph.com/code. It's almost like setting up like Netflix or something on a smart TV. It'll give you a code, and you go to their website, you can put that code in, and that activates it in the plane. And when you're in the plane, it has a little tablet next to the pilot that you use to access the charts. There's also buttons you can use to access them on the... Actually, no, I think you're limited to using... Oh, I'm not sure, actually. I think you might also be able to use them on the G1000, but I don't know for sure. You can at least use them on the tablet. That'll be like right over here for the pilot. I realize I'm just like flying like I'm taking off. Getting very distracted and just chatting. But yeah, how it works with the Navigraph in general is they give you a code. It has a QR code you can scan as well, like with your camera. But then you just log into the website, and as long as you're a subscriber, it'll, when you enter your code, it'll just connect to your account, and then it'll show the charts in the sim. But it explains it all when you're in the plane. All right, let's see how much this thing can slip. Crash landing level of vertical descent here, or vertical speed here. I need to sidestep to the other runway. You're scared for Sim Update 14? Oh, 13 made you reinstall. Oh.
500.
We're going very, very fast, and we can't put full flaps down until 110 knots, so we're just coming in for a fast landing. Oh, we're slipping. Oh my god. We're just trying to kick some dirt up for fun. You're gonna go buzz the strip. All right, let me do another one. That was pretty bad. Can we take off with this this amount of runway? Let's find out. Oh yeah, I think no problem. 70. I'm gonna hit it right at the end of the concrete here for the asphalt. Oh no, we didn't. My pitch trim is like very nose down. Sick drift. This is the realistic flighting. This is the realistic flying that I provide every stream. It's very important to be 100% realistic. That's what you're thinking about. Oh, you've been copying the flight plans into ForeFlight on your computer next to you. Oh man, if you have, man, I mean, if you're a real pilot and you have ForeFlight, then yeah, I realize it's hard to get into PC gaming, but if you have a PC, you can connect your PC to ForeFlight. You can connect the sim to ForeFlight and use it. I don't think so. Just to make sure, with Navigraph, with Xbox and Navigraph, like you'll be able to use a Navigraph subscription to get the charts in the plane and in the sim itself, but I don't believe there's any way for you to use like the tablet app for Navigraph, right? Like I don't think you have the ability to connect Navigraph to the sim except for using the charts within that specific plane. I'm pretty sure is how it works. It would be really nice if you could connect Navigraph and it would relay your sim position and all of that to like your tablet and stuff like that. Like we can do that on PC because it uses another program in the background called Navigraph Simlink. But I don't think that's possible in Xbox. So I think you're limited when you connect it to a plane that supports Navigraph, like the M500, to just seeing the charts on the tablet and maybe on the G1000. I think you also get them on the G1000, but the tablet is great. It's like a touchscreen tablet, so if you connect a mouse to your Xbox, it'll be good. I would definitely connect a mouse to your Xbox if you're flying IFR. You might have to get a different mouse that's compatible, but I assume it's probably pretty difficult, like cumbersome to use the controller to be like going through all those charts. Changing the charts and panning them and zooming them and all of that. I'm not sure. Maybe it's all right, but I just think that if you're using an Xbox controller, you're playing on hard mode. Mouse to an Xbox, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a computer. Yeah, definitely. I would find a mouse. Like if you have a mouse or two, you can try. Just plug them in and see which one works. I think you can attach your keyboard too, can't you? I mean, a long time ago, I used to play games on my PlayStation with a mouse and keyboard attached to it, like playing Fortnite years ago with some friends. And I didn't want to play with a controller. I'm like a PC gamer since I was a kid, but I didn't have a PC, so I just attached my mouse and keyboard and used it instead. Oh, you don't like mice? Only the animal? Oh, you're a trackball man. Nice. Trackballs are cool. I mean, the plus side to a trackball, like, it's pretty nice using a trackball if you have limited space on your desk, especially, or your setup. Like, you don't want to put a mouse on a glass table if you have your Xbox plugged into the TV, you know? You're sitting on your couch or something. A trackball would be way easier to use because it's just in the same position every time. So if you don't mind using a trackball, yeah, you could try it out. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, who knows what's going to be compatible with the Xbox. You might have to try a couple things. Like, maybe there's no trackball that's compatible with the Xbox. I have no idea. All right, one more landing. All right, one more turn, one more super high approach. I'm just gonna follow Josh in here. I think I'm actually being like so thrown off by the new stick still, even though it's been a week, that I'm just like so distracted moving my thumb around trying to find the right hat and control and stuff to hit. It's just like, it feels very unnatural right now. Like back compared to when I was using the Airbus side stick, like I knew that thing. I mean, the stick was so much simpler that it was difficult to not find what you were looking for on it. But I'm just like totally out of my element with this stick. It's just very unnatural feeling. It's very unfamiliar. So it's, yeah, everything I do, I feel like I'm doing in slow motion. Like it's really nice, it's really high quality, it's just I'm so not used to it that it's yeah, it's adding, it's like tripling the difficulty, I feel like. Oh, you just pulled out the movie Airplane from the library? Nice. I have a drinking problem. I haven't seen that movie for a really long time. It is classic. All right, one more landing. Then I'm gonna go find some food. Get my Star Citizen on afterwards probably, or maybe Destiny. Destiny has a new season out, it's pretty fun. I miss that game a little bit. I haven't been playing it like at all. But when Bungie gets it right, it just feels really good. Picked a hell of a week to stop sniffing glue. I don't even know all the quotes. I can't. I haven't seen it in so long. I've like forgotten everything about it. I remember the drinking problem stuff. I remember the autopilot. I remember everybody getting in line to slap. Were they all getting in line to like slap the pilot? Was it the pilot they were slapping? It's been a while. How is Star Citizen? Oh man. Well, it's like, it's a buggy alpha mess, but it's one of the best games I've played at the same time. So, and I think like, it is, the potential is so huge. Like it's come so far. Oh, I'm kind of stalling here. The potential is just so giant. It's unlike any other game. It's like take all of your favorite sim space games and combine them. And that's like what is being made in Star Citizen. It's crazy. Oh, the hysterical passenger. That's right. Oh yeah, don't call me Shirley. Of course. Yep. He quit smoking, drinking, sniffing glue, and meth. I think I also need to I need to keep using the rudder pedals, because taking the rudder pedals away for this flight and using my side stick like I'm doing now for rudders, and the squeeze the little squeeze trigger thing for brakes, just added another like unnecessary, unfamiliar control for me. It's just like I probably shouldn't have done that. I should use my rudder pedals this weekend. All right, let's look at the shutdown checklist. I got lazy with the checklists. All right, normal landing. I didn't even go through that checklist. Short field landing checklist. We have a balked landing and go around checklist. And then here's after landing, fuel pump off or boost. Oh, I said normal for the fuel pump earlier. I guess that's the off position, not normal. Mixture lean to obtain maximum idle RPM. All right. We're at 969. There, it looks like 978. There's our max RPM. Lean that out. Flaps are up. I just did that. Transponder to standby. I do have my parking brake set. All right, all the lights are off. Pitot heat's off. Just did that on my switches. Done, done. Ice Protect system switch. That's right here. That's off. Pump backup switch. I don't know where the pump backup switch is. Let me see if it's up here. I kind of want to find it. After landing, pump backup switch. Huh? Oh, right here, pump backup switch. Oh, it's not. Can't actually click it. All right, it's not implemented. Good to know. Ice inspection light is off. All right, sweet. Shut down fuel pump off. I already did that. Throttle to idle. Done. Ignition switch. Cycle. What does cycle mean? I assume I just turn it off. I don't know what cycle means. Mixture cut off. Okay, done. All switches off. Magnetos off. Oh, I just did magnetos off. Wait, what is cycle? There's not another position, right? Okay, there's a start, both left, right, and off. So I don't know what cycle. Transmit light out. We don't have chocks or tie downs. And that's cold weather starting. We're back to the beginning. And then it said all switches off, I think. Hour and 17 minutes. That felt like an eternity. I felt so uncomfortable flying this thing. Ugh. I'm like stressed out. I think mainly I feel stressed out because of that approach, not expecting to have circling only approaches, taking away my rudder pedals and using the new stick. You know, it's only been a week or so, and I've put more time into Star Citizen with this stick than I have in Microsoft Flight Sim, though. The longest short flight, yes, 100%. Anyway, this thing is cool. I mean, I haven't been flying the SR22 for a while. It's really cool. They just like randomly improved it. And I mean, the Perspective Plus stuff is pretty cool. We only saw one of the enunciations over on the PFD that was kind of unique, which was that flaps warning. So it thought that we were on final at that point because of the flight plan, and it was warning us our flaps weren't configured. So that was kind of cool. It's pretty unique. And we don't have that in the other G1000 implementations. So, and then yeah, we have that whole lean assist thing is awesome. Like I generally don't know well enough how to lean. I'm usually just leaning for max RPMs during climb and then just pulling it out a little when I get to cruise. But it's nice to have something way more accurate like the lean assist. There's the full lean assist, and then there's also just that little teal line that you pull it to. That's awesome. The checklists are awesome as well. Like I love that there are multiple. There's so many checklists. Like it seems really thorough, so I think that's awesome. I love that I could pick between like 2 of them just for the climb. Kind of nice. Yeah, that was pretty rad. It's cool that it got an update. Maybe they'll sell more premium editions or something because of this. I think like for me, this plane is fun, but I don't think I flew it very much because I was either doing on-air company a lot, where I wanted more payload capacity. I wanted to be able to take more passengers or more cargo, so I was doing turboprops instead. I think I did this. I think I used the SR22 in a VATSIM flight at the end of last year or something. I flew it from like John Wayne to Santa Barbara, I believe, for like kind of a slower plane that had that was just a little easier to fly. Anyway, I don't know. It's cool. It's cool that they made the update. The Perspective Plus stuff is cool. The whole interior getting the update with like the whole working keyboard. This thing is pretty awesome for typing in the waypoints. Actually, it might even be faster than using keyboard entry mode. And it's in a QWERTY layout instead of one of those like an MCDU, you know, which has that weird like that square layout of buttons, you know, like sequentially A through Z. It feels really natural to use this one, so it's kind of nice. But I think as far as like the cockpit layout, I never really liked this layout for simming specifically, just because you have to go way down here to get to the autopilot and the audio panel. And having the disconnect between the screen and the buttons and knobs down here to use the screen, like I prefer it when it's got the one with the side buttons and knobs like on the screen itself. But you know, this is how the actual model is, so of course they're gonna simulate that. They're gonna match what the actual model is. But you know, for simming it can be a little more challenging. You have to move your camera around a little bit more. Hey Jamie, what's up? Is it free? Do you mean if you mean the SR22, then it's not free. It's part of the premium edition. So you have to have like premium deluxe in Microsoft Flight Sim to have the SR22. The beta for Sim Update 14 that's happening right now, everybody is able to join the beta. You just use the Xbox Insider Hub application, either on your Xbox or PC, to opt into the beta. And then when you restart your system and restart Microsoft Flight Simulator, it'll update you to the beta. But the beta is only lasting one more week. So next Thursday, it'll be out for everybody. Everybody will be on this version of the sim next week. And then I don't know if you were talking about Microsoft Flight Simulator in general. I don't know if you were asking if Microsoft Flight Sim was free or not, but the cheapest you can pay to get Microsoft Flight Sim is by using Game Pass. I think you can get Game Pass for $1 for the first month and try it out if you're talking about the Flight Sim itself. Whew, all right, I am pooped. I'm a little stressed out by all the challenges I threw my way, unintentionally, I guess. Yeah, with the stick and disconnecting my rudder pedals, and then this unknown approach. Good thing it's daytime, or I think my brain would have exploded. Josh, Dave, Jewel, thanks for flying along. Good to see you guys. I think, who else is flying along? One other person was flying along. I forget who. Started with an H. Anyway, thanks for chilling, guys. And yeah, we'll see this in the sim next Thursday. I'll see you guys on Saturday. We'll do a group flight. I know a lot of you guys aren't on the beta, but we'll do it anyway. We'll be in parallel universes potentially, but I'll see you guys on Saturday. We'll do a group flight somewhere scenic. And until then, I'll talk to you guys in Discord as usual. And yeah, thanks for flying along. Oh yeah, you guys are flying along in the parallel universe in the non-beta land. All right, fun stuff. I'll see you guys on Discord. I'll see you guys on Saturday. Have a good night. I'm gonna go grab some food, and think about my mistakes. Learn about circling approaches. Have a good night, guys. I'll see you next time. See ya.